Today we're talking about going green, greening up your plate with greens, that is. Sometimes a big bunch of stems and leaves at the supermarket or farmer's market may seem a bit overwhelming. So today I'll be showing you some quick ways to make these greens into delicious and even kid-friendly meals. So let's take a look at some of the more common greens you may see in your store. Here I've got spinach, kale, mustard greens, Swiss chard, and collard greens. All of these greens are a source of fiber, potassium, vitamins A and C, and lots of other vitamins and minerals. Now, these first two, spinach and kale, are popular as salad greens, but all of these greens can be eaten both raw and cooked. Most can also be found frozen and canned too. So if you can't find fresh greens, check the frozen and canned food aisles of the supermarket for budget-friendly greens. Purchase frozen greens without sauces and make sure you drain and rinse all canned varieties to remove some of the salt. Now, I'm going to show you how to make a quick super salad using a popular green, kale. I just dumped this bag of pre-cut and pre-washed kale into a salad bowl because I want to show you a trick for making this tougher green easier to chew and deliciously tender for a salad. It's called massaging the kale. All you do is use your hands to wad up handfuls of kale as if you were wadding up a piece of paper into a ball. After doing that a few times, I'm going to add in a few other ingredients to the salad. So here are a few raisins. I like to use these or other unsweetened dried fruits to add some sweetness to this otherwise slightly bitter salad. Now I'm adding balsamic vinegar, or I could use a splash of 100% orange juice to add more sweet and zippy flavors. Here are some sweet onions, and a sprinkling of walnuts for crunch. There you go. You have all the components of a delicious salad: greens, sweet, acid, and crunch. And now to top it off with a little tiny drizzle of olive oil. And just a dash, about 1/8 of a teaspoon of pepper. Or sprinkle on a 1/4 teaspoon of low-fat feta cheese. What a yummy way to eat your greens. Now, in a minute, we'll move over to the stove to find out how easy it can be to cook up some flavorful greens. But first, I want to show you a trick for chopping a big bundle of greens. I have a beautiful bunch of Swiss chard here that I've washed and patted dry. First, chop off all the long stems. And place the leaves aside. And chop the stems into bite-sized pieces. See how the stems are all different colors? White, light green, yellow, pink. This technique works with any type of green. I like to use the entire bunch of greens so I get the most for my money. But if you prefer, you could toss the stems and just use the leaves. To chop the leaves, stack up about 8 on top of each other. And slice into strips about 1/2 inch wide. I've been cooking these chopped Swiss chard stems in 1 tablespoon of canola oil for about 5 minutes, and they're beginning to get tender. So now I'm going to add 2 to 3 cloves of minced garlic, and all of my sliced leaves. Next, I need a little liquid to help the greens wilt down. You could use 1/4 cup of low sodium chicken broth, cider vinegar, or water. And now for the secret ingredient, a small handful of raisins. As I said, raisins or even a splash of orange or lemon juice can help balance the slight bitterness of the greens. So now, just cover the pot and cook for about 15 to 20 minutes until the greens are tender. And there you go, a big bowl of delicious greens. And if you like a little spice, you can top it off with a few shakes of smoked paprika. This gives it a little bit of the smokiness of bacon without the saturated fat or sodium. So make your plate green with canned, frozen, or fresh greens. And check out the American Heart Association's heart.org website for more recipes using greens.